Hello, my name is Catherine. I will be discussing the power of communication in our everyday lives. Have you ever been misunderstood even when you thought you were being perfectly clear? The process of communication can transform an ordinary situation into a confusing situation that could lead to both frustration and conflict. People communicate daily, yet very few people stop to realize the intricate nature of communication. The ability to understand communication enables us to build better relationships with others in our personal lives, workplace, and our community. Learning communication skills through models has the power to influence how someone thinks, connects, and acts. Today, I will go over how communication is a process that can be modeled, how communication is learned through experience and culture, and how communication, like language, is powerful and how it shapes our reality. Communication is a process that has been modeled. The field of communication studies has developed multiple models which explain the mechanisms of communication. The transactional model demonstrates that communication functions as a continuous two-way exchange between senders and receivers. The model demonstrates that people exchange messages at the same time while providing feedback to each other. When I'm talking to my friend, I'm not only saying words, but I also notice their body language and their reaction to my words. The process of communication remains active because it requires continuous interaction between two people who influence each other through their actions. The process-based understanding of communication leads us to examine how people learn the skill. Communication is learned. Communication isn't something we're brought into the world knowing how to do perfectly. It's a skill that we learn over time. From a child, we learn how to communicate from our families, schools, and cultures. For example, we learn when we need to speak up, we need to listen, and even what kind of tone our voice is considered respectful. I have discovered that my communication style changes based on the environment I am in. I maintain a professional conduct with clear communication at work, but I also use casual speech when interacting with my family at home. The ability to adapt to different situations demonstrates that communication skills develop through personal experience. Because how we communicate is learned over time, it also means that the words we choose to use have an incredible power to them. Language is powerful. Words go beyond their symbolic value because they influence our emotions, relationships, and our personal self-identification. The power of language not only makes people support each other, but it also can produce damaging effects through exclusion and stereotyping. A positive comment to each other can create happiness, but a negative comment can produce lasting emotional harm. This reminds us that ethical and mindful language can be powerful because it doesn't just reflect reality, it is what helps create it. As I've already said before, communication is more than people exchanging words, but it's more like a process. It is just something we learn, and it's powerful enough to shape our lives. We went over how communication can be modeled, how it is learned over time as a child and through experience, and also how language has the power to influence our lives. Our communication methods determine how others see us and how we see the world around us. The practice of effective communication enables us to establish better relationships with others, prevent misunderstandings, and make our words count. Thank you.